There's an ancient story of a woman whose only son had died. In her grief, she went to a spiritual master and asked him to do a miracle and said, "Bring my son back to life." Instead of sending her away, the master simply replied, "Go back to your village and collect seeds from a home that has never known sorrow. We'll use those seeds to remove the troubles from your life." The woman left immediately in search for these magical seeds. The first house that she came across was a huge mansion, and she thought to herself, whoever lives there, their life must be perfect. She knocked at the door and said, "I'm looking for a home that has never known sorrow. Is this the right place?" The man who answered the door said, "Sorry, you've come to the wrong place," and he began to describe all his problems. One by one, she went to every home and found that each house had its own story of suffering. Whenever she heard their problems, she thought, who better to help these people than me, as I've gone through my own misfortune? So the woman stayed and comforted everyone she met and offered her advice wherever she could. Eventually, she realized what the spiritual master had taught her, that helping others was the magical seeds that drove her own sadness away. There's a 12th century Sufi master called Sheikh Farid Ji, and he teaches us, "Farida, main janiya dukh mujhko, dukh sabaiye jag." O Farid, I assumed that only I was suffering, but in fact, the whole world is hurting. When I climbed up high and looked around, I saw that every home was burning. Spiritual wisdom shows us that emotional pain is only truly lifted when we learn how to rise above it. When we can take a step back and look at our life with clarity and realize that perhaps things are not as bad as they first seemed. There are always others who need help more than us. When we have problems, we tend to isolate ourselves. But it's precisely in those times when we need the help of others the most. And you never know that in seeking advice from others, you may be helping to lift someone else from their own troubles. Losing a loved one can be one of the most distressing and challenging experiences that we ever face. We've created a free course to help guide you through the pain. So if you or someone that you know is grieving, then visit our website to find out more.